Hello and welcome back to this week's recap. Today we're recapping episodes 1 through 6 of World Builder. Without further ado, let's start our journey. We end up starting off our world in an old-growth spruce taiga biome. There is an abandoned portal that is noticed off in the distance. The abandoned portal does end up having some good starting gear, such as some sword and pants for the journey ahead. It's not really that special, so I end up swimming back to the shore in search of a place to call home. After a small detour, I do finally notice an interesting location for our first home. An alcove in the mountain up ahead, and it seems to have a village nearby. After taking some wheat and making some friends with the locals, I set my spawn, and that's where today's journey ends. So today I went in with the goal in mind of getting closer to my future home on the mountainside and getting secured for the future. I gathered some bread out of the chests I found in the village. I progressed towards the mountain. On the way, I did notice a forest fire that was starting off to the east. Ignoring it, I did move towards my goal. I arrived at my new home, and then I started clearing out the top layer of dirt in order to make it have a flatter feel when living there. With that dirt, I was also able to cover up a cave that was on the mountain, so it looks much nicer now. I started to work on the balcony, realizing that my home needed some life. I ended up making a fire pit to relax at. Although, when I was sitting there, looking down at the village, I realized I was kind of lonely. It turned dark. I had to climb back up in order to sleep away the episode. Today I wanted to make some progress in getting some new resources and exploring the new caves from 1.18, and left looking for a cave. As I was exploring, I did run into a pack of wolves. Remembering that I wanted to make some friends, I have regretted to know that I didn't have any bones to befriend them, and eventually had to turn around. I didn't find anything but some mossy cobblestone and a river. Upon my return journey, I found what I was looking for. A massive cave peering into the backside of the mountain of which I live. I was able to collect a good amount before I realized that I was running quite low on food. It wasn't enough to keep me from fronting a skeleton or two to aid the goal of friends though. At this point, I knew it was dark and I did need to head back. But I couldn't help but take a side trip to make a friend. This was a night to remember. I started off by smelting the iron I had found in the last episode in order to make some new armor. I also decorated around my fire pit in order to make it feel a bit more lived in and worn down. And then I grabbed my money and went towards the village, curious if I could spend it on anything interesting. My game actually ended up crashing. Status update. Decorations? Check. Half my iron? Duplicated. Mutton? It's back. Emeralds? Gone. Bread, gone. Well, that was a strange way to make it back home. Discovering another forest fire, I began to hope this wouldn't become a regular thing. I find a small cave in the side of a mountain and mine it out for copper and coal. Then I had to return to my base as it was getting pretty dark. As I slept, I wondered what kind of home I should build on the mountain. Today, I wanted to get started with some more mountainside building. And by that I mean making a home to actually live inside. I only have the materials currently for the base outline of the house, so I begin by building that. I begin to heat up some bricks from the clay I've collected. I crafted myself a lightning rod to protect the village below from thunderstorms. And adding some shelves to a place can really make it come to life. I decided I wanted to place the lightning rod on top of the mountain. I ended up clearing out a whole area so we don't have to deal with any more forest fires caused by lightning. At this point, it was starting to get dark, so I brought the dog inside for the night and went to sleep. I really wanted to spend today's time getting started on some terraforming, hoping to connect a nice looking path from the town below up to my mountainside home. Clearing out the trees was important for giving me enough space to work with, but I did end up running out of dirt. I found a small cave that was filled with dirt, and then I dug it out. I got quite a bit and went to improve the path before going to bed.